Good evening and welcome to another night of Eagan Lacrosse at Wildcat Stadium. Again, I will be your play-by-play commentator, John Stevenson, as usual with me.
And Scott Lyon, I'll be doing spotting today.
So tonight Eagan's going to face off against the Shakopee Sabers. Shakopee Sabers are currently 2-7 or 3-7?
3-7.
3-7 on this season, and Eagan is sitting at 4-6 for this season. So pretty evenly matched. Looking at the numbers earlier today, trying to do my predictions, it looks like it should be a pretty even match. Eagan will have to start out strong, keep the pressure on, much like we did with Prior Lake. And if the boys can execute that, maintain possession, control their passing, control the offensive zone, I think we'll have a really good shot at another win tonight. And, of course, that's if everything goes right.
Yeah, for sure. And I did a little scouting with some of the parents from Shakopee, and it sounds like a very similar kind of experience. They've definitely played some really high-caliber teams through the season, and they're a younger team and have been growing and gaining confidence. So it's going to be good to see these teams kind of at the end of the season hitting each other where they're playing at their best.
So as the boys break up on the field, we'll announce the starting lineup for Eagan. Tonight will be, as always, number 1, Nicholas Walrath in goal. Number 4, Liam Thomas at defense. Number 12, Bo Keeney on attack. Number 14, Reed Nygaard is midfielder. Number 13, Sawyer Eisen, defense. Number 16, Jack Othermedicine on defense. Number 19, Joey Will on attack. 21, Odin Obenhammer is back from his injury a couple of games ago. 22, Lucas Becker. And to round it all out, number 44, Bim Rowan. As Sabres win the first face-off, they're going to work it around up top. Egan's going to be on your right side working left, and Sabres are going to be on your left side working right. Egan in white, Sabres in red as they're working around on the right side of Nick. Up to the top, back down to number 23, high on Nick's left. Over to the backfield, number 11 for Buffalo is going to take it around. Guarded by Odin. Up the right side as they collapse a little bit, the offensive zone. Set a pretty good pick there as he gets a little free, takes a shot, goes wide left, deflects off and goes right into a Buffalo player. Good work there by Odin, scrambling and picking up that missed shot and dumping it off for Nick. Way up open in the middle of the field is Sawyer. Bobbles it a little bit, but managed to control it. Drops it off to number 22. Lucas Becker working his way downfield, up top center. Over to, I believe that was Bim, not sure. And then back up top to number 2. That's Lane Nygaard. And he's going to be bookended by number 10 on his right side, Blake Pavic, who's going to work it high on the Sabres' goal left. Little slow down motion as Blake makes a move inside. He's going to try and get around his defender. Takes a couple of high shots up there, and the ref is going to throw a flag on that one. So it looks like it's going to be a high check. As Blake gets a hold of the possession. Good work there, Blake. Scrambling and dumping off to Lane. Lane's going to work his way down center, and they're going to try and capitalize on the reset. Takes a good shot to their goal left. Misses, but that's going to be a stoppage and a penalty assist.
And a penalty upcoming.
Well, looks like some good energy coming out of the gates here on both sides, so some good offensive pressure.
Good work on the offense, getting it in there and working it around a little bit. A little bit quicker passing, start opening up some lanes here. We'll see what the penalty is.
Penalty called against Shakopee. A 1-minute personal foul, non-releasable. Cross-check to the head.
Yeah, it's going to be cross-check to the head, so that's going to be 1 minute, non-releasable, which is good. First shot for Egan. Goes high and right. And then retreating back to the line is Bo picking it up. He's going to move it up to Bim. Bim's going to move it up top. As he winds up, takes a strong shot, but it goes a little bit down into the left side of the goal and goes off. He manages to scramble towards the end zone and get possession. As they're going to dump it off to the long pole, getting a little bit of harassment there. Run into number 22, Lucas is trying to give chase. He's going to give a lot of berth there, so we got a long pole making it downfield. and then a short stick. And, of course, Nick sees it coming the whole way and does a great job seeing that and stopping it. And a great pass over their heads to number, what is that, 20?
Lucas has got it.
Lucas Becker. He gets inside the offensive zone, gets the touch, and we're going to slow it down a little bit. Again, we got about maybe 30 seconds left of this penalty. And then they're going to be back to even strength. So we got one shot. It looks like they are back to even strength now. So Egan's got to.
Looks like Reed's setting it back up.
Reed's trying to draw out their defense a little bit, spread them out as he makes his way downhill. Right along the hash marks, takes a low shot, and it gets deflected by another player, but we get the possession back. And that's going to be number 10, Blake, at the top. Blake sees an opening, and he's going to make a move for it. Gets shoulder free, another wide shot to the left. But in the backfield is Bo, so we maintain possession. Bo's going to take it up the left side, all the way up high left, and then back over to Blake. Blake picks up a low pass, works his way around, draws back, drops it off to Bim. Bim is going to kind of sidestep his way up the line, and then he's going to work down the hash marks, works his way through the first defender, takes a shot, and it gets bounced out. And again, in the backfield is Bo to keep possession. So good work on the offense, having a lot of shots on goal here. We just need a little bit more quality shots, and then we're going to be able to do something with it. As Blake makes his way downhill, fights his way through the first defender, takes a shot, it goes wide left.
Possession Wildcats.
So that's going to be Bim on that side, picking it up. Drop it off to number 14 for Egan, that's Reed, but pass goes underneath him and it squirts free. So Shakopee's going to get possession. Gets a little bit of challenge there from Liam, so he's going to retreat, and they're going to slow the ball down. He also, number 17, misses his pass, but nobody's in the area to harass him, so he gobbles it right back up. So he's going to work his way on next high left side, down to low left, back up. They get a couple of guys inside in front of the crease, but they're going to work their way around the outside. Good work, Liam, by not giving him very many options and a little harassment with a stick. Till he's got to retreat and dump it up high for number 21. So he's going to survey his, looks like on the right side of Nick is a couple players working away around trying to get free of their defenders, but good work there by reading the screen and coming out with it. Is they take a high shot, Nick bounces it out,
17.
and gobbled up by Odin. So Odin's working his way about 2 feet on the offsides line. And he managed to get all the way past his guy, drops it off to Bim, right front door, big pass out front, and a score! That's going to be Bo feeding. I did not see the number there.
I think it's Joey Wills, but man, good to have Odin back.
Yep, good to have Odin back. Good work on the offensive, the attackman, doing a couple of quick passes. Bo did a great job dumping it on the opposite side, drawing the goalie to his side, and then not seeing on the other side Joey Will crashing the net. So good work by all the boys, seeing the field and seeing the players. So Eagan is up 1-0 with 6:46 on the clock. Took a little while to get that first one, but let's see what more we can do.
Scoring for the
good
Eagan
face off there
Wildcats,
and
number
almost
19,
possession
Tony
as they
Will.
do a little scramble for it.
Assist,
Picks
number
it up,
12,
but gets his stick
Bo
checked and drops it.
Time of the
Number
goal,
21
first
picks
quarter,
it up.
6 minutes, 46
Tries to
seconds
pass it,
remaining.
but changes his mind. Good work by Nick
Sabers,
blocking that
21,
shot,
Morrison
coming up with it.
controlled.
He's going to dump it
Saved
off to
by Nick
Odin again.
Wildcat.
Odin looks
Repeating the
upfield.
Wildcats goal
Sees a
scored by
couple
Joey
of
Will,
white
but the
jerseys,
assist
drops it off,
to Bo Keeney,
but it gets
6:46
a little
remaining
good
first
bounce.
quarter.
Bim's got it coming in.
Bim did a good job seeing that one bouncing around and comes in and picks it up. Drops it off to low right side Bo Keeney. And then we're going to work our way around the left side as he shakes his defender, drops it off to the backfield on X. That's going to be Bo again. And a scramble up the right side. And then up top to Reed. And then over the top to, I believe that is 6. That's going to be Gavin on the top as we get a new fresh set of legs out of Blake. He's going to turn his way downhill a little bit on the hash marks, tries to get a little distance, but doesn't like what he sees, drops it off to Blake. Blake's going to drop it off to
Bo in the back.
Bim, and then Bo in the back. Gets a little bit of harassment there. Tries to pass it, but it looks like it's not going to be a very good pass, and it's going to go out of bounds. So Shakopee's going to get it just shy of their bench. Right in front of their bench is number 2, waiting unguarded. He gets downfield, drops it off into the middle of the field. He's just going to wait his way down the hash marks. Quick shot and a score by number 23 on Nick's left side. Just beat him right outside the gloves on his stick side.
It's Luke Pennington.
Luke Pennington for Shakopee scoring. It brings us 1-1 with 5:12 left on the clock. So again, like I said, this should be a good battle. As long as the boys keep the pressure up, pretty evenly matched teams, it should come out in our favor. At this point, it's whoever makes the least amount of mistakes.
Scoring for the Shakopee Sabers, an unassisted goal scored by number 23,
and
Luke
he does
Pennington.
get possession.
It is unassisted. The time of the goal, first quarter, 5
Odin,
minutes,
little
12
tip
seconds.
pass, shoot inside by number 12. That's going to be Bo Keeney, scoring a goal right on the front doorstep. So good work by number 28. That's going to be Thomas Jameson getting possession, coming downfield and dropping it off for Bo.
That happened really fast. I can't even see if it got knocked in or if he actually got a shot.
I think he got a shot in. It might have bounced out, and then Bo picked it up again and dumped it in.
I'm glad we're not at a wild game so we can see if it was a hand that hit it in.
Yeah, we're not going to remind it. It's too soon.
Too soon. All right, here we
Repeating
go.
the Shakopee goal scored by
bit of
Luke
scramble on the
Pennington,
ground.
an assisted 5:12 remaining first quarter. And scoring for the Eagan Wildcats, number 12, Bo Keeney. The assist to number 28, Tom Jameson. The time of the goal, first quarter, 5 minutes, 1 second remaining. Wildcats goal scored by Bo Keeney. The assist, Tom Jameson, 5:01 remaining in the first quarter.
Off to the left side in front of Liam, and then into the backfield. Right out front, unguarded is number 18. Gets a shot, and it does miss.
Possession,
Work by
Shakopee. Shot for Justin Casper, number 10 for the Sabers.
The exposition. He wants to get a couple guys out front before he makes his move, so he's going to come up Nick's right side. Good work by Odin, staying with his guy, not giving him a shoulder to free. Number 10's going to take it downhill a little bit. Beats his guy, but it gets blocked by the defenders. So good work on defense.
Save Nick Walrath for the Wildcats.
That probably is going to be. I'm thinking that one's going to get called dead, and it's going to be goalie interference.
Possession, Shakopee loose ball push called on the Wildcats.
Maybe he didn't make contact with Nick's stick when he threw it, but he did get a piece of it.
Maybe that's going to be the penalty you focus on. All right.
So as we work our way around Nick's right side, back up top to number 10. He's going to come downhill, bouncing shot. Gets bounced way.
Shot for the Sabers,
upfield.
number 10, Justin
Almost to the
Casper.
50-yard line, but number 26 retreats unattested and picks it right back up. He's got a lot of space downhill. He makes his move, makes a shot on Nick's left side. Nick sees it coming and blocks it. So they're going to work their way around back. Spinning move by number 10. Takes a shot, and then Liam Thomas is going to gobble up the rebound in the backfield. Drops it off, and then dumps it on top to Sawyer, number 13. 13 crosses the line over the hash marks, or excuse me, over the logo. Drops it back, so we're going to get inside, get the touch. Down in the offensive zone. Down to Bim. And then over to Bo. A little low pass there, but Bo gobbles it back up. He's going to get a lot of harassment there. And good stick check by number 4. He stepped out. It wasn't too close to that check. So Shakopee is going to take possession.
I mean, it's hard to pay attention to get hit by stick. They kind of
Ball was out of bounds, possession,
Yeah,
Sabers.
he was definitely taking some hits there, so I'm sure he's worried more about his stick than where his feet were. So they're going to dump it off to the long pole on the left side. He's got plenty of room to run all the way up to the 50-yard line. Big pass that goes right over his head, but gets fouled up, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Egan's ball. Egan Thomas picks it up.
Possession, Wildcats. Ball out of bounds.
Dump it off to number 22. It's going to be Lucas, works his way downfield, dumps it over on their right side, and then down to Bim, and then back all the way up, tie up to Number 22, Lucas again. Lacrosse in front of the Shakopee bench is Blake. Blake moves down a little closer. He's going to scramble up north and back over to, and he's going to make a move on it. Gets a free shoulder, takes a shot, but it goes a little bit on the left side. Goalie gets a piece of it and it bounces out. Unable to pick up the rebound, so long pole picks it up and he gets shoved out of bounds, but plenty of time. But he does throw it right into an Eagan player who takes a shot and dribbles
Shot for the
low.
Wildcats, 22,
So he
Lucas
gets a piece of
Becker.
it and stops it.
Hudson Less.
Running upfield is number 4 with a long pole, who's wide open in the middle. He's going to dump it off to Nick's high left side, number 23. Good work by Liam, keeping him up. But we had a wide open guy in the middle. Takes a shot that misses, and then Nick blocks another shot.
Morris, number
and that's
2,
gonna
another
get
shot.
picked up by
Grant
Liam.
Rasmussen, number 4.
Liam does a little backwards dump, avoid stepping out of bounds with it, and then Odin's going to help him out a little bit. Dumps it off to Nick. Nick gets it up top. Sawyer does a good little stick poke there, keeping it moving down the line, so good work there. Wide open on the left side is number 22 for Eagan, Lucas, who runs it downfield, takes a shot, but misses. So Shakopee's going to take possession in the backfield. Big pass out, waiting out front is a couple of Shakopee players. Long pole takes it over the line, dumps it off to number 23, high on Nick's left side. He's going to start in. No, he changes his mind and dumps it up top. They're going to slow the ball down a little bit. Number 21 at the top of the offensive zone.
Oh, it was a flurry of activity. This
Yes,
is,
it was.
We are going back and forth fast here.
So good work by Mason, keeping his guy in check. Big pass gets
Picked
popped
up.
free. Liam bobbles it a little bit. Oh, I'm going to get it, Mason. There you go. Good work, Mason. Does a spin move right on the out-of-bounds line. And shirks 1, 2, 3, 4
Yeah, 4 to 1,
players.
and he makes it.
And dumps it off to Trenton, number 81, waiting at the top. That brings us to the end of the quarter. So that's first quarter. Eagan Wildcats 2, Buffalo, or excuse me, I said Buffalo. Here we go with the hockey stuff again. It's going to be Shakopee Sabers 1, so Eagan with a 1-goal advantage. So you were talking about the rule and whatnot. I actually had a different one prepped for this first intermission, and that is going to be the Ward penalty.
Okay.
Ward call.
Shots
So
in the first quarter.
how would you describe warding?
So using a hand off
quarter number 1.
the stick
3 goals
to
scored in that first
gain
quarter.
advantage or
There's a
move
summary
an
of the
opponent.
first quarter.
Yep,
Goal
so
scoring for the Eagan
Good.
Wildcats.
So good
6:46
use the terms
remaining.
there. Hand
Number
off
19,
the stick.
Joey Will, the
So
assist
that
to number
is
12,
a free hand penalty.
Scoring for
Whereas
the
if the
Shakopee
player
Sabres
had
with
both
5:12
hands on their
remaining,
stick,
number
they have
23,
possession of the
Luke
ball.
Pennington,
They
that
can
goal
use
was
their stick to
unassisted.
push somebody
5:12
as
remaining.
long as they
And
have
scoring
both
for the
hands
Eagan
on the stick.
Wildcats with 5:01
Now, assuming
remaining in
they
the quarter,
keep one
number
hand on the
12,
stick
O'Keefe.
and they try to
The
use
assist
the other
to
hand to
number
guard
28, Tom
or push
Jameson.
off a check
Under that goal,
with
5:01
their,
remaining
let's say,
first
right
quarter.
hand, that would be
Wildcats
considered
2,
a
Sabres
warding.
1 after one
So if you
quarter.
pay close attention when some of these boys are coming downhill and they're going to make a shot, a lot of them will 90-degree their free hand and create a little bit of space between their body and their stick hand. So let's say they've got the stick in the left hand cradling. They're going to 90-degree and kind of scarecrow their right arm out to the side to create a little bit more space to protect that stick, and they're going to hold it close and into their chest or their armpit as they try and make their way around the corner and whatnot. So good work. Good description there. Free hand penalty. It is going to result, or the call would result in a technical foul, which would either lose possession or be a 30-second penalty if it was egregious. So if they grab a hold of the mask and pull them down or something like that, then it would not only be loss of possession,
The south goal,
it'd be
right to
a
left.
time
The
served
Wildcats
penalty.
defending the north goal, moving left to right.
So
So-
the elbow is the key, is what you're
Second
saying.
quarter.
Well,
Hand on
free
the
hand
stick.
is the key, and whether or not, if it's on the stick, it's legal. If it's not on the stick and they use to push away or control the other player, then that is going to be a lot.
Well,
So
we like
Caleb
that.
does a good job getting the
We
first
like
face
that right
off.
out of the gate. Here we go.
So Caleb gets the first face off for Eagan as we start this second quarter. And he's going to pass around up top over to number 10, That's Blake, works his way downhill, gets the offensive touch. So Eagan's going to be working left to right this time, and Shakopee is going to be right to left. So a little pass up top high, down to Blake, back over to Lucas. He's going to try and set a move there, runs right into number 2 and bounces off. Comes downhill, takes a shot, I thought that one went in, but that definitely went in.
Joey for number 2.
So Joey gobbles up the rebound, takes a couple steps, and shoots it right in and scores.
I thought that first shot from Lucas went in. So.
I thought so too. I saw the net move a little bit, but that may have been the goalie's stick.
Would they count that as 2? No, they can't. That's wishful thinking.
Yeah. Unfortunately not. That would not count as 2 goals. Actually, that kind of brings up a good story. Sean, my son, number 5 on defense, was playing out in Colorado, and there was a hole in the back of the net. And the boys shoot, they score, but the ref didn't see it because it never moved the net. The ball went exactly through the hole.
Wow.
So a lot of the parents are on the sidelines like, that went through the hole.
That's goal of the game, number 19.
And of course the ref's like, I didn't see it move, blah, blah, blah. Not 30 seconds later, another player is Mason comes out with it. He's going to work his way downfield. He gets his pass blocked. He'll fight for the middle. Mason comes out with it. Takes a high check in the back.
Feels like something's out of that.
It's going to be a loose ball push at the very least.
So they missed another goal. You got to finish the story.
So they shoot again. The ball goes through the hole again, but this time the ref sees it. So I asked the ref jokingly, does that mean we get our first one back again? And of course he says no.
Didn't give it to you.
Didn't give it to us. So here we go on Shakopee's right side, working their way up top to Bim. Or excuse me, that's not Bim. It was number 14. That's Reed. Drops it off to Blake. Blake makes a little stutter step move, spins out. Sees an open player in the center, but defense sees it coming and blocks it. Good work by Blake. That should be a loose ball push, so they're going to
do more than that, it looks like.
He got run over a little bit. So that's going to be a little bit of a legal procedure there on number 3, I believe. Or no, not. He's not the ones walking off. Number 17 and 21s are locking off.
Wait to get the call officially.
So Eagan's going to start at the 30-yard mark, top left of the goalie for Shakopee. So it's going to be on number 21 for Shakopee, illegal body check. It is going to be a 2-minute releasable, so we got a good 2 minutes of man up. Let's see if we can get another score out of this and double our first quarter.
Foul. Illegal body check.
So
penalty number
Joey
17. Owen top. Time of the penalty. Second quarter. 10:30 remaining.
And then over to Bim.
Bim
back to Lucas.
On the Sabers.
Top center. Over to Bim. Top
it
right.
It is releasable.
Down low. And then back up to Bim. Good work by the boys moving the ball quick. He sees an opening in the middle, but a little miss pass to Caleb. So they're going to gobble it right up. And then try and pass it off to number 1 who comes out with it. So he's going to cross field. Come downhill, and then pass it off to the guys. So they're going to kill this penalty as much as they can and kind of work the ball around.
Got to start doubling up.
Yep, there we go. Here comes the double team. A little bit of confusion there from Sawyer not doubling it, but trying to protect his goalie. So they're going to take it up top. You can hear a lot of parents yelling double, double. So is they're going to work it around on the right side. Clock's ticking on the penalty. So Shakopee doing a good job killing this penalty. Working away down low, left side to Nick. Dropping off to X. Good stick there, a little V hold. Little trip up in the steps, but no hold called. Odin's going to protect. Not really pressuring the ball. Not pressuring the ball. The boys should be pressuring the ball a lot more. We do have man up on this, so we've got a player free. Just nobody understanding. Here we go, and there comes the double team. Now it's almost a triple team, and the ball comes loose. Stick comes loose. Looks like a broken stick. So Eagan's going to pick it up. Looks like Odin's going to leg it upfield, right down the hash marks. And he crosses the 50-yard mark. Gets inside the offensive zone. Gets the touch. Shakopee's trying to slow things down so they can go to even strength. Eagan needs to move it around quick, get an opening quick. Lampson in the centers, number 14, Reed. Reed's working his way around the center. Looks like Shakopee's going to be back to even strength, as they did a great job killing that penalty in the Eagan offensive zone. So we're going to keep working our system, working around over to Bim. On the low right side, up to number 17, Caleb. I don't know if you can tell on the cameras yet, but it looks like it's starting to sprinkle. So the rain's here.
Yeah, my heart still goes out to that family with the broken stick. I mean, anytime you see sticks break, you just think, you know.
So a little trip up there is going to result in Shakopee getting the ball. Looks like the rain affected a little bit of footwork, so Shakopee number 2 comes out with it. He's going to run downhill pretty much unattested. Bouncing shot, Nick sees it, bounces it, but does not control the rebound. A little bit of work up front, and it dribbles over to Nick. Way up top to number 26 for Eagan, that's David Comer. He's going to leg it downhill, right down the center. Looks for an open player up top. Quick move inside, quick shot. He sees it, blocks it.
Shot taken number 2 out front. Keeney, number 12.
Goes against Eagan, number 2, Lane. But he misses the shot, gobbles it up. Little pass to number 23. Looks like it's going to go almost out of bounds. But he gets tripped up. So Odin picks it up, dumps it up the middle. Missed pass. Bim's doing a good job fighting for it. Playing the body, not the ball. So it comes out. Longpole has the advantage there. He comes out with it. It's going to be timeout called by Shakopee. So they're going to cross the 50-yard line. Call timeout.
First timeout of the first half.
Score is 3-1. Eagan Wildcats in the lead. 6:52 left on the clock. So Scott,
that was a lot of flurry activity. I don't know. I'm trying to catch up with this. I mean, we got some big swings back and forth, a lot bigger, passes than trying to run it up as we've seen in previous games.
Yeah, a lot of north-south movement tonight. So that's good news, bad news. We're doing a good ball clearing our zone, doing a good job clearing our zone and getting it downfield. And then, of course, Shakopee's doing pretty much the same. They're doing a good job clearing, getting in an offensive zone.
Yeah, you really want to take advantage of that 2-minute penalty to get a couple more shots than Eagan was able to get in that time. So.
Yeah, I think we only got one shot out of it. Yeah.
And we got fans just start. I mean, the umbrellas are coming up and the wind is going. So it's going to be an interesting.
So it's a good time to be in the booth, is what you're saying.
No, it's not a bad. It's never a bad time to be in the booth.
Never a bad time. So Eagan is having a little conference. Coach Mateus giving the boys the what for and sending them out on the field. Had a little talk with defense as we get an extra long pole out there. So Eagan's going to have 4 long poles.
Coming out of the Shakopee timeout possession, Sabers.
So Shakopee's going to start with the ball roughly about the 40-yard line. Number 21 for Shakopee. Going to take it, going to get guarded by Lane. Number 2 for Eagan. So the ref does a quick count, make sure everybody's there, and starts the clock. So here we go, number 21 takes it down the hash marks, down the numbers. Little pass, he's looking for an open man. Eagan's doing a good job staying man ball and glued to their hip, so 21 doesn't see what he likes. Tries to come downhill, makes a little move and gets a stick checked. Liam picks it out. But it is going to be a change of possession back to Shakopee. So they're going to call that a loose ball push. Didn't quite see it, but
loose ball push,
ref saw something he didn't like, so number 21 starts out with the ball again. Little fake pass there by number 21, but we're not falling for that, and neither are the boys. So he's going to start downhill, trying to get a pick out of that, but he doesn't. Good pop out there, so number 2 for Eagan's going to draw a penalty on that.
Penalty upcoming. Second penalty.
And then a second penalty flies. So we got 2 penalties coming up on this one.
Yeah, no,
Looks like the second one would have been after the talk or after the first penalty. So unfortunately, hopefully the boys' mouths don't get in trouble. Yeah, it looks like number 26 for Eagan, that's going to be David Comer. And number 13 on defense, that's Sawyer Eisen, are going to be serving a little timeout.
think we got a hit after. I think we got a hit on Sawyer.
Yeah, so we got 2 boys down.
What's up, good looking?
2-6. David Comer's going to get interference.
Penalties called on the Wildcats.
So now we're down to 4 defensive players.
First penalty. 30-second technical foul, push with possession. Number 13, Sawyer Eisen. The second
Push
penalty.
with possession.
It's going to blow over.
Number 26, David Comer. That was for interference. A 30-second
Interference and
technical
push
foul.
with possession.
Both
So
penalties. 6-09.
big shot there that Nick sees coming the whole way. And a little bit of bounce right over to Nick, so he picks it up. So good work on the defensive side, only allowing 1 shot and taking control of that rebound. So Nick's going to slow it down a little bit, try and pass it up top. As it bounces all the way up to the 50-yard line, gets popped free. A little bit of struggle there by Mason, but number 20 sees it and picks it out. A little bit of dump pass there over the top. Long pole couldn't reach it, but he's got plenty of time to pick it up. Gets the offensive touch. Over on the other side, we got a long pole that takes a shot on Nick. So he gets a good shot down low on Nick's right side. Long pole for Shakopee. Number 27, Morrison.
What's that, 27?
I thought it was 27.
I'm sure that's the same thing you'd find in every senior's pocket.
Oh, it's Liam's pot. Oh, that's what you have.
Well,
That makes sense.
Bringing the score 3-2 with 5:08 left in this second quarter. Egan still in the lead.
That clears out our penalties, so we got back to full
We're going to get full strength. We need to put one in the back of the net here before the rain gets a little too much. So luckily right now it's just a drizzle, nothing heavy, no lightning in the area.
Scoring for the Shakopee Sabers, an unassisted goal scored by number 27, Levi
For the
Sobiak.
ball at the bottom.
It is unassisted.
Long pole
Time
comes
of the
in there,
goal, second
picks it
quarter,
out. Number
5
1
minutes,
for
8 seconds
Shakopee.
remaining.
He's going to dump it
Sabres
off,
goal
being guarded
scored
by
Levi
Liam.
Sobiak, unassisted.
Come around to the
5:08
backfield.
Remaining second
Gets
quarter.
inside, turns back up north, passes it up in front of their bench.
Right in the right spot so that
And
everybody
then high center, number 2 for Shakopee's going to take it.
drive it in and out.
And the goal was Levi, so Morrison.
Oh, it was.
Morrison's been doing a great game, but Levi got the ball.
So it looks like they're going to get a little fresh set of legs out there, but number 15, number 26, excuse me, has the ball. He's going to come down by the hash marks. Stays outside the hash marks, pass it down in the backfield. Nick's right side, back up to 26. And then up high center, number 15. So good job by our short stick staying with this guy, but he backs off enough time to get him a pass. So number 17 is going to take it downhill on the hash marks, makes a cut in. Nick does a good job blocking it.
Taken by Owen Scott,
And
number
picks up the
17,
rebound.
saved
Good
Nick
job by
Bauer.
Nick controlling rebounds today. Mason's going to take it just shy of the 30, and he's going to leg it all the way upfield
Could have easily been going.
into Shakopee's offensive zone. Good work, Mason getting it uphill quick. Little miss pass there over to 22, Lucas Becker, but he picks it right back up. We're going to dump it off on Shakopee's right side. It's going to be number 10, Blake, takes it from low to high and back over to number 6, that's Gavin. And then back down low, I believe that's Bim again. Bim's going to take it up high, cut across the hash marks, runs right into 17 and turns right back around and drops it off to Gavin. Gavin's up top, drops it over to Lucas. And then Lucas is going to take a step back, does a little spin move, gets free, looks for an open man in the center, but it gets tipped out. So Bim is making a run, scramble for the border. Good job by Bim getting there in time. He's going to dump it off in the backfield, up high on the top right side. Good work, Blake, turning in and turning back out again. Doesn't see what he likes. He's going to dump it off to Lucas. Lucas makes a move inside, loses his man and takes a shot, but it does bounce
Shot, Lucas Becker,
pretty
number
early,
22.
so the goalie sees it, pops it over the top, but we got a man in the
Save for the
backfield. So we
Sabres.
keep possession. Over to Bim, and then up high right side. He's gonna work his way downfield, gets through. Number 2 takes a shot. Looks like it bounced off the post, so it's going to go out of bounds, and we're going to maintain possession on that one. Bim gets to the line first.
Ben seems to be everywhere. He's everywhere.
Bim's everywhere today. He's going to take it into the backfield. So now we got 2 Eagan players in Shakopee's backfield, drawing their defense in shell. Oh, a little bit of hooking almost. So it looks like Eagan may keep possession of that one. Yep, so Bim's going to keep possession of that one.
Possession Wildcats loose ball hold called on
So
these
it's going to be a
Sabers.
loose ball hold. Bim beats him again, works his way down center, takes a shot, but it hits the goalie, and the defense bobbles it up. Good work, Blake, by seeing that pass and picking it right out of the
Last
air.
shot for the Wildcats.
But he gets
Been
run
rolling, number
over.
44.
So Egan's going to maintain possession. That's going to
Bim
be
got shook up on that.
loose ball push. Yeah.
Called on
Bim,
Shakopee,
unfortunately, does
possession
such a great
Wildcats.
job of being down low. Good shot there by Luke. He takes a pass, works his way upfield, turns and shoots. So good work there. Yeah, Bim tends to be in the right place at the right time. But unfortunately, he's a little guy, and he just gets pummeled. So I got to say, Bim has got to be one of the toughest players we've got out there.
I agree.
For such a little guy, he sure takes a lot of hits, but he sure scores a lot too. And he's always in the right place at the right time.
I'm sure some defenders would say they're tougher. They're getting beat. They just don't get fall down as much.
Right, yeah. So right now the score's 4-2, 2:09 left on the clock.
See what Reed can do on this face-off. He's done well so far.
The worst part about
Scoring for
Down
the
instead,
Eagan
pops it out the
Wildcats,
back.
number 22, Lucas
Going to get
Becker.
gobbled up by
The assist, number
Lucas.
19,
Or excuse me, that was Lane.
Time of the goal, second quarter,
Squirts
2
around
minutes,
front,
9
comes it off
seconds
to number
remaining.
14.
Wildcats goal scored by Lucas Becker.
Taking down the hash marks,
Joey
run his
Will.
way down,
Time
but
2:09.
loses his stick a little bit.
Remaining second
So they
quarter.
knock the ball out. And they're gonna. Eagan does get possession back. We're gonna resettle the ball up high, and then come downfield on the high left side. Gets a back check there that rarely ever works, but it works this time. Good scramble for the ball. Looks like it's gonna be holding by Eagan. He was trying a little too hard. So Shakopee takes it. Number 2 for Shakopee's wide open in the center. Works his way downfield, up top, and then down low. Doesn't get his pass, but good work by Odin seeing the bouncer and feeding it to Nick. So Nick now has possession of it.
That was a close chance if he would have caught that in front of the net. That's a tough one to stop for Nick.
So Nick's got it again, passes up high, but number 2 sees it coming, and wide open net just bounces it right in for number 2. That's going to be Katani Morris. Keontae Morris. So that's going to bring the score 3-4, closing the gap a little bit.
Yeah, that is the danger of getting out of net. It's a goalie. It makes for an easy return if we get a turnover. So let's see if we can gain this possession here.
So 3-4 with 1 minute and 1 second left on the clock. Egan's still in the lead.
Still fighting.
Good. So Shakopee comes out with it. The long pole gobbles it up. Takes a couple of checks. Shakopee's going to take another timeout. So 52 seconds left on the clock. Shakopee calls a timeout. So everybody scrambles back to their coaches, gets their marching orders.
Well, you predicted it was going to be a close game, and that's what we're seeing. I mean, they seem kind of evenly matched here for play. So.
Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, it's going to be a battle of mistakes.
Yep.
And whoever makes the least amount of mistakes is going to win the game. And if we can do a good job in capitalizing on those mistakes and making them work in our advantage, we're going to come out on top. If Shakopee, of course, capitalizes on our mistakes, hence shorthanded in our offensive zone for 2 minutes, or almost 2 minutes, that's going to prove, and then killing the penalty, that's going to work in Shakopee's favor.
Yeah, and I would say, too, it's just fun to watch. I mean, I think that who's willing to give that extra effort to keep moving after a ball or to continue to fight and see if they can get a turnover. You know, sometimes it's not the first attempt that knocks it out, but it's that third, fourth, fifth.
Right. It's not always the first one to the ball that's going to come out with it either.
Yeah, for sure on that.
So it looks like the rain's going to pick up a little bit here. 52 seconds left on the clock. As the boys have a little bit of talk on the sidelines.
Oh, we got an illegal stick coming. I got some inside
We got
information.
a legal stick penalty coming up. See who it's going to be on. Hopefully it's not Blake again.
No, I think it's a red. It's a red penalty. I think that's the scuttle.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be number 7. I think or no.
Penalty called on Shakopee. This is a 2-minute personal foul, non-releasable, illegal stick. The penalty, number 17.
Number 17 for Shakopee. Gets in trouble, has to sit on the sidelines, think about what he did. 2-minute non-releasable penalty. So we got 52 seconds left on the clock. So hopefully we can get at least one score out of this and kill about half of the penalty with a score to show for it. And then starting out the third quarter, we should get the rest of that minute and capitalize on that again.
Yeah, Caleb did inform me they don't wash the sticks, so that I thought that was a risk, but maybe stick it in the car with the heat. That's shrinking them up.
Maybe.
Let's see if we can get something done here. We got a minute.
Good work by Shakopee's defense, picking that pass out of the air and dumping it up to number 27. Gets met right out in the middle. The ball pops free right into number 20 or number 2 stick, wide open up front, and they make a shorthanded goal. But Nick, he's calling the ref saying he stepped in the crease. But apparently the refs didn't see that. So Shakopee ties it up with 17 seconds left. So Shakopee might have got away with one, according to Nick. Short-handed goal. So that is exactly the kind of mistakes that we cannot be making.
Yeah, you don't want to give up short-handed here with under a minute left. So sure, that'll be something they'll talk about at halftime. Keep it focused here.
We used to do that in hockey too.
Scoring for the Shakopee.
So good work there, coming out with it, crashing through his Odin. And then he's going to pop it free, and that's going to get picked up by Reed. And then pop free again. A little bit of trouble controlling that. Lucas picks up, gets a touch. You got 1 second left, but he's going to turn out and just kill the clock. So that's going to be the end of this first half. Score's now tied 4-4. Shakopee Sabers 4, Eagan Wildcats 4. And we're going to take about a 5-minute break here and take a little intermission, and then we'll come back with a quick recap in the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, grab a snack. It's going to be a fun second half.
I'm worried about Mom.
Mom? She's fine. These the ones, right, Mom?
Yeah, groundlings.
Sweet potatoes.
Daddy, it's salty.
Some things come with age.
And some don't.
Early detection of Alzheimer's can lead to better care for your loved one. Learn the early warning signs at 10signs.org.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Call 911 for all emergencies. We're here to assist with non-emergency calls as well. You can call us at 651-322-2323, or you can submit an online request. The same 911 dispatchers who answer the phone calls also answer online requests 24/7.
3322 for a disturbance noise complaint.
The online request supports language translation and may be an ideal option for those with communication barriers. Your non-emergency call may be answered by a virtual assistant. There are many common requests that the virtual assistant can help you with, allowing you to avoid hold times during peak volume hours. We're still here for you for non-emergencies. In an emergency, call if you can, text if you can't.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd?
He got a collapsed lung from vaping.
He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
What's the address of the emergency?
When you call 911, we'll guide you through it. Just try to stay calm and focused and answer the call taker's questions. The first and most important information that we ask is the address and location of the emergency. From there, the questions being asked will depend on the emergency being reported. All the information you provide ensures that you get the right help as soon as possible.
At Dakota 911, the role of call taking and dispatching is split. While the call taker is speaking with you, their partner is already dispatching emergency services to the location needed.
Dakota 911 has tools to recognize and support communications in multiple languages. An interpreter may be brought on the line to help support the call.
Listen carefully and I'll tell you how to do chest compressions.
If you have a medical emergency, Dakota 911 provides pre-arrival instructions, such as CPR, until responders can get on the scene and take over. Seconds save lives, so the sooner we can intervene and provide care, the greater the outcome.
In an emergency, call if you can, text if you can't.
Welcome back to Eagan Lacrosse at Wildcat Stadium. We are hosting the Shakopee Sabers. Score right now is 4-4 with a couple minutes here before we start the second half of the game. Good news is we're going to start with man-up advantage for just under a minute. I'm guessing it's going to be about 54 seconds to be left on the clock of shot penalty for an illegal stick. In past episodes, a couple of our gun boys got busted for that. So, the refs are checking. The boys should be well aware of that by now. And something they don't like about it, they don't really tell us exactly what's illegal about the stick, but maybe the ball doesn't roll out and tipped at the right angle, or of course there may be a little bit of daylight left in the basket as they hold the ball horizontally. If the ref can see daylight between the top of the ball and the bottom of the head, the ball can't be below the bottom of the head. So they get a call for that. So too deep on the pocket. That penalty there.
It does seem like it's one of these sports where they really like that penalty. So I haven't seen it in hockey, but it's not really good stick. So goal scores, we got 2 for Joey Will, 1 for Lucas Becker, and then 1 for Bo Keene. For the first half, so a couple. We got some usual suspects that we need to get on the goal scoring board here.
Right.
So hopefully we can see something from Bo in the second half, from Bim in the second half, and definitely I think would expect.
I'm hoping Blake gets a couple more in there. I know Blake's been on kind of a tear lately, getting 1 or 2 goals a game the last couple of games. So it's not for lack of trying on his part. As we're in this middle intermission here, the rain did start to come down a little bit heavier. It was almost at a 45-degree angle. So if you'll notice, it's a little quieter in the booth now. We had to close the windows. And then you might have a little bit of obscured vision with a couple of the cameras, just so we make sure they don't get wet. Otherwise, we are going to get started here on this third quarter.
I would say we watched the senior video, just an awesome job, kind of summarizing some great stuff this year for the seniors. One of the things that a lot of kids said was Mason Reese scoring was one of their highlights of the year. So I think Mason, I'd like to see that again. I think, give the people what they want with getting a goal here in the second half. It'd be a great way to start. So.
And I know Mason pretty well, and I kind of give him a little bit of jabs every once in a while after the end of games. Mason's a good kid, and he's got a lot of potential, and he's got a couple more years left. So,
no, he's a senior, man.
Yeah, he's a senior this year, but
he may be playing somewhere else.
I think he might be playing in the college level. I'm not 100% sure, but I know he talked about it. So Egan's going to start out with it at the top of the Shakopee bench, and then back over up top to Bim. Bim's working the high side this time.
It's kind of a new spot for
Bim. A little bit of change up. And then back over to Reed, back to Bim, back down. There we're working away around a lot up top as we do some movement down low. Back over to Bim and back over. It looks like it's a game of catch between the 3 boys there. As we insert number 22 for Egan. That's Lucas working his way back up his usual spot up high. High right on Shakopee's right side. Back over to Bim, back up top center. Little bit of penalty kill and a good double check there by Shakopee. So they're going to whistle that dead, and it's going to maintain Eagan possession. Bim's going to take it back out of the lane and back in. They whistle it in. Waiting right out front is number 12. Takes a shot that gets blocked by the goalie, number 12. And we managed to gobble up that rebound. Is winding up almost. Little miss pass. Again, with this wet rain, we might see a lot more drops. And then a little swat pass by number 12. That's Bo Keene. Tries to shoot it in, but it goes out of bounds. So Sabers get possession. Drop it off to their goalie. Uncontested. A little bit of confusion there, but he's going to dump it off wide left. And then scrambling downfield, back over. He's going to work his way, getting covered by Mason. Mason pushes him out of bounds.
Great job, Mason.
Good job, Mace, seeing the line coming up and pushing his man out right in front of the Eagan bench. So he gets the clear across the 50-yard. He's going to run downhill, get inside the offensive zone, pass it up left side, down low, over to Bim, who's back in his usual spots, and over to, let's see, that was, that was Blake. He had a little bit of a mini stroke there for a second. Blake, number 10, back over to him. He's going to work his way high across the center, directing a little bit of traffic, so he can get down low.
Got Reed taking the ball right now, looking for a spot to go in.
Reed tries to get a shoulder free, but dumps it off in the backfield. As we working away quickly around the other side, gets double teamed and shot in, goal!
Even a stick to the face, and he's able to figure out how to get a shot on there.
So that's going to be the hat trick for number 19 of Eagan, Joey Will.
Well done, well done.
Joey does a great job pushing right through two defenders, taking a couple sticks to the head. I don't know if we'll spend them extra money next year. We can get the slow motion replay. But I'm pretty sure that his helmet kind of popped a little free on a couple of those. So helmet rattling around his head and still managed to get the shot in. So Caleb's going to take the face off. Egan's up 5-4, 9:52 left on the clock. Face off gets popped free, a little bit of fight for it, and then number 28 for Eagan, Mr. Jamison, comes out with it, scrambles down the line, but they got a couple players there waiting and picks it up right in front of the Eagan bench. Good hard fight there by Odin, trying to keep him out of the offensive zone. They do not get the touch, and now they get the touch. So maybe a half a second left on the clock. I don't know if you could see the ref there signaling. Well, he kind of gives a little warning with his left hand and telling the boys they need to get the touch in there. So now they're going to start on Nick's high left side. Come downfield, doesn't like what he sees, dropping off in the back. A little bit of bobbled pass, and Liam's going to capitalize on that. Finding his guy as it pops free and loose. Liam's with the legs, scoops it up, and he's hauling downfield, wide open in the center.
We got
Mason number 7. Mason working his way down low and right over Bo's head. So a little bit of missed pass there. That would have been a really good opportunity there for a fast break.
Yeah, I liked it. I would have, Mason, he can just keep running that in, take a shot.
So hit the bottom of the stick. There you go. Good work there as he turns his guy back. And then over across in front of Joey. Back to their goalie. Clock's ticking. So they're going to take the long pole right up the bench. And he's going to wind up, looks his shot down, pass it off to number 4, gets across. A little bit of missed pass. Good dump off to Mason again. So Mason's going to sidestep his guy right in front of the bench. Pass it wide over to number 55 for Eagan. That is Marshall, who runs downfield. Tries to pass to Joey Will, but it gets bounced free. And it's going to go out of bounds, changing possession. So as Shakopee gobbles up one in the backfield, they're going to pick it up and start it just shy of the 10-yard mark. And then over to their goalie. Oh, no, all the way across to number 4. Uncontested, running up the numbers. Sees a man wide open in the center, overshoots his man. Good work by
great pass.
Good work by seeing that and dumping it off for Eagan. Again, Odin with the stick. Working his charm there. I think I'm going to talk to Odin's mom and start calling him Mr. Miyagi sometimes with that stick. Because if you look, a little bit of shot in the backfield, but pops free, passing off to their goalie. Odin does it kind of like catching a fly with chopsticks. Mr. Miyagi with his stick.
He does pull it out. He pulls that ball out of the air pretty easily. So
they're going to work it down, get the touch. Number 21 drops it, but he's going to reset. A little bit of razzle-dazzle there. He's going to roll it off to his player and gets met up. Good work by number 6 there for Eagan. That's Gavin, who bounces it free, and he's going to go out of bounds with it. So
great
right in front
there.
of the Eagan bench.
Eddie did an awesome job.
All the way across to Mason, who's waiting right on the hash marks. So we get down in the offensive zone really quickly. Dumps it off to Bim. He's going to work his way just outside the numbers. Up top to number 22.
We got Lucas taking it in.
And then over to Blake. Blake waits for his guy to get in position. And back over to Lucas. Back to Blake. A little play catch. Top of the center. Blake comes downhill just inside the hash marks. Does a little spin move. Gets outside his man. Shoots it all the way across to Bim. Bim tries the corner shot, but misses. And then back over to Bim. So Bim's going to fight through. Gets a little back check there. And pops it free. As their long pole picks it up and scrambles towards the sideline. And then good hard double team there. Little miss pass. And a high shot all the way up to number 20. He's just shy of the 50-yard line. He makes it across. Good job there. Good check.
Blake's going to get a little push-off ball, I think.
Yeah. So it is going to be loose ball push. But we'll take that penalty because we were kind of caught with our flat-footed on that one. So,
yeah, ball moving fast. Got to be ready to have our defense set up. So we got the right people in now.
So Shakopee gets it low on Nick's left side. He's going to work his way up the numbers and across center.
That screen.
Yeah, that's going to be a moving screen. So number 23 has to drop it.
Man, I feel like I'm starting to get this stuff. You're teaching me, John.
Sawyer launches it into a double team and gets run over. That was going to be number 18, I believe, for Eagan, trying to catch that one. A little bit of miss pass and plows right through it and plays the ball.
Kick.
Good work. Scoop it up. Good work by Joey Will. Gets free. Shakes off two defenders. He's working his way downhill. And Jack Othermedicine with the long pole comes downhill, but his pass gets blocked. And looks like it's going to be out of bounds. Shakopee.
Just that second effort is like we talked about before. It's that little extra effort to make sure that we can follow it all the way out. And so now we got another chance.
David takes it out, drops it up the center to Bim. Bim drops it all the way across and shoots and scores. Joey Will.
Great pass by
for his fourth score of the game. That's going to bring Eagan 6, Shakopee 4. 5:10 left on the clock. Good work capitalizing on Shakopee's mistake right in front of their bench. We're working it on the other side of the goalie, drawing him to that side as Joey hustles downfield, gets right on the goalie's left doorstep, and then puts it away.
Uh-oh, I think we got some kind of timeout here, or was that a...
100% sure.
Timeout, Shakopee, first timeout of the second.
Shakopee's going to call timeout. I don't know. It's not a possession timeout, so I don't want to say it's a waste of a timeout, but something...
said penalty, change of possession white, so I don't know. We're gonna get some information.
Yeah, apparently the refs made a call after the shot on goal. And it looks like Egan's gonna get a free clear on the face-off.
And we'll take it.
Yes, we definitely will. 6-4 Eagan. We need to start running up these numbers a little bit.
It's got to be a bad feeling for a goalie, though, when you're standing there, one kid's got the ball in front of you, and then he passes to another kid that's got the ball and no defender in front of him. I mean, that's a bad spot to be if you got multiple people with no defenders.
Started the second half. Joe Budia, number 12. No time will be served. It will be possession Wildcats when play resumes.
So there's some kind of penalty on number 12. I didn't get it exactly what it is, but it's going to be a no time served penalty. It's just going to result in a loss of possession, which in this case it's going to be right from the face-off. It's going to be, I think, maybe an equipment violation by the goalie, because you had that ref right in front of the goalie. They had a little discussion after the score. Some sort of faux pas by Shakopee's goalie.
Again with the conduct penalty on Shakopee.
That's a conduct.
Wildcats.
Conduct penalty.
Oh, conduct penalty. It looks like maybe his mouth might have wrote a check he couldn't catch, maybe.
I mean, yeah. It's like I said, if I got two people staring at me with no defenders,
I'd have a few choice words.
Get a little agitated myself, so I guess I can feel his pain.
Yeah, don't exactly blame him, but teenage boys, they start running their mouth and things get a little out of hand sometimes. Like we haven't been called for that recently, Mason Racy.
Well, let's see what we can do here.
So number 22 for Eagan's going to start out with it. We get possession. Score 6-4, 5:04 left on the clock. Working his way down, Gavin. And then he doubles back, works his way down low, and shoots and scores. Nice work by Gavin, working his way up and down the hash mark, shaking his guy. It does a little worm burner right past the goalie.
Great shot.
So with all this rain, I bet you a couple of worms did get their head taken off.
Yeah, I hope they're not coming out of that artificial turf. That doesn't seem like a happy place to hang out.
So score is now 7-4, 4:57 left on the clock. Shakopee is going to be even strength. Of course, they didn't have a time serve, but they did get a possession serve. So back on to Reed, who's going to take the face off. So keep the pressure on Eagan, and we may come out on top.
Let's push this behind Reed. Come on. Yeah,
there you go.
we
Good.
There we go.
As Mason sees it, picks it up, and gets run into. And but Shakopee's going to get possession. Mason stays with his guy. Follows him around the corner. They dump it up top high. A couple waiting guys. And a bounce shot goes right past Nick. Looks like it bounced real high on Nick's right side and went right in. So their score with 4:40 left on the clock. Score 7-5. Egan's still up by a couple. But we need a little bit more wiggle room here.
Yeah, that was a good shot. I mean, it's pretty tough. It's tough stuff for Nick to be trying to track down.
Yeah, he had a couple of Shakopee guys wide open in the middle, so they had plenty of room to pass. And plenty of options, of course. And they just stared Nick down and bounced one right over his shoulder.
Let's try it again, Reed. Here we go.
So little scoop clamp, and then push out, plow through the field, and out comes number 14, Reed, with it. Scrambles a little bit backwards, drops it off to Lucas. Lucas looks to pass it, but he's going to take it downhill and get the touch. So now we're going to slow play down a little bit, wait till we change out, and then over to, it's going to be bouncing off, is number 10, Blake. Turns around, gets run into a double team, loses the ball, but Reed's there to try and help get it back. Big pass out, misses, gets blocked by a stick. That would have been a called penalty. I didn't see that one. Drops it off to the long pole up top. Good stick checks there by number 16, Jack, other medicine, who's going to dump it off. And good work by rides this man to the ground, lose the ball, and then ref's going to throw the flag. Loose ball push. So Shakopee's going to get it in the back corner, next left side. Maybe a slash penalty on that one.
First one of his life.
So Liam is going to serve that penalty. Unfortunately, Liam, the captain, he's one of the anchors of the defense. So we're going to be short a guy. And we're going to have the extra long poles out there.
Number 4, Liam Thomas.
So number 23 is going to start out with it. Good try there by number 28, Thomas, trying to pick it out, but they get it around. They're going to work it away quickly. Thomas reaches for it again, almost gets it. Drops it off to Nick's right side.
Great.
Waiting up top. Nice work. There goes Mr. Miyagi again. Picks it right out of the air. He's going to hustle downfield, throws a stick out front. Get a little protection, but number 4 sees that high sweeping pass go over the top. And then it's going to bounce over. Mason's going to leg it out right down the hash marks. A little bit of stutter step. He's a little short of the offensive zone, but we do get the touch. Joey Will swims through, gets his arm caught up in the long pole, gets a stick check in the back and tries to pick it up. That's going to be Eagan position if we come out with it. But they did not call that a loose ball push. I'm really surprised right out in front of the ref. But Eagan sweeps it up, drops it off to Bim. Bim tries to make a shot, but unable to control it. So he's going to ride his way around. Apparently, the ref didn't like something, so he called it change of possession. Moving screen they called there. So Shakopee's going to get it. He's running right down the numbers. Get inside the offensive zone. Number 2 drops it off top. So number 26 for Shakopee takes it, backpedals a little bit. Bookended by number 15, back and forth as they wait for their new man out on the field. Back and forth again. You're going to drop it high, Nick's right side. A little bit of swim move, tries to make a move, starts cutting in, and over to the open number 26 who drops in the backfield, and over to the other side, trying to work their way across Nick's right side. We talked a little bit about it at the halftime. Shakopee likes to clutter up that middle of the field, and it looks like they're doing a good job of that, trying to work the corners slow.
Just a lot of traffic in front of the net. It's been impressive watching Nick keep his eye on the ball through all that.
And Nick did a good job with that shot, blocking it and it going over his head. Wide open shoulder goes right over the top and right into Mason Reese's stick. Who, if you looked at his face, it was probably 2 dinner plates underneath that helmet as he saw it come right into his stick. He throws open a shoulder and gets checked hard. He's going to be down as they pick it up. They're going to work it downfield. The long pole's going to take a bouncing shot that goes wide. Mason's still down on the ground. I think he may have gotten the wind knocked out of him or a stick across the chest.
Injured player on the field. Officials timeout.
He's kind of rolling onto his back now. So hopefully Mason's going to be okay. We got 1:22 left on the clock. Eagan is up 7-5. His coach and the trainers come out to have a little talk with Mason. Mason's done a good job this game getting our possessions downfield and into their offensive zone quickly. So hopefully Mason's going to be okay and return in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that defensive midi role is it's a pretty thankless job a little bit. They run all the way up, and then the second they get an offense, then they got to run off the field. So hopefully he's going to be okay here and able to bounce back. But I'm sure it didn't feel good making that big run and getting a hit at the end.
And as you know, we still have a couple of missing players out there, illness and injury. Charlie Sisk is still out. This will be the 3rd game without Charlie. Odin was out for a couple of games with a concussion. He took a shot to the back of the head, resulting in his concussion. So he was out for 2, or actually 3 games. It was both games, home games last week and the road game at Monticello.
Yeah, it's a tough sport.
It definitely is. This is probably one of the highest sports where injuries occur. Contact injuries, non-contact injuries. It's a fast game. As Mason makes his way to his feet, he's going to make it off field under his own power. A little bit of a stutter move, but looks like he's going to make it just fine, kind of holding his right side. Might have got a cross-check to the rib cage or the fleshy part of his right flank. So ref didn't see anything wrong with it. It was perfectly legal, head-on hit, but something obviously caught Mason at the wrong angle.
We got 1:22 here, so Eagan's got to tighten up the defense and get out and regroup here for final quarter.
Possession, Shakopee.
So Shakopee's going to start out with the ball, Nick's bottom right side. The refs get ready as they whistle ball and play. And here we go with 1:20 left on the clock. They're going to work their way up top. The high left side for Nick, number 17. And then back over to number 10. And then drops it off on Nick's high right side, back to number 10. And then number 17. So they like to pass it across the top so they can get their guys down low and get them in position.
1 minute remaining.
So he's going to drop it off over the 20-yard line. Makes a little move on 55 for Eagan. Gets turned back away. Pass up high. And then back down low. In the X position. Waits his turn. Tries to make a move on Odin. Odin does a good job using a stick and his body to keep him out. So they're going to pass it back up top. Number 10 and 17 playing catch for a second. He's going to work his way down to the hash mark. Tries to get free shoulder, but doesn't get what he likes. So he backs out and passes back up top for number 10. They're going to reset and retry that one. Number 10 takes the back pedal, runs downhill, tries to set a screen, gets a free shoulder. A little bit of a slow shot, goes across to number 11. It's going to go towards the sideline, and that's going to be Eagan's ball. Ref calls that a pass, not a shot, so that's going to work in our favor.
12 seconds. This is going to have to be a run shot here.
8, 7, number 55, top center. We got 5 seconds left. Pass in the middle. We're just going to work our way around the outside and kill the clock. as they whistle this third quarter ending. Eagan up 7, Shakopee 5. So, again.
Oh, man, I've been waiting for this the whole time.
With bated breath, right?
So what's the theme we got today for Dad jokes?
So since we have the Shakopee Sabers, a little bit of dinosaur action, so I thought I'd bring up some dinosaur dad jokes for this third quarter intermission.
It feels like it's appropriate.
Yeah, so what do you call dinosaur twins? What do you call dinosaur twins?
I feel like I should know this, but I don't.
Pterodactyls.
Oh, nice.
You know, pterodactyls would be the answer there. So keeping with why did they cross the road? Why did the Tyrannosaurus cross the road?
It's got to be food related. It's got to be. It's got to be.
Sort of, yeah. Any guesses? Why did the Tyrannosaurus cross the road?
I got nothing.
Chickens had not evolved yet.
Oh, man. Okay. All right.
That's why the dinosaur crossed the road.
It was pre-chicken. It was pre-chicken.
Yeah. PC, pre-chicken.
Yep.
PC would be the timeline there. And then lastly, how do you know if there's a dinosaur in your fridge? How would you know if a dinosaur is in your fridge?
That's kind of a frightening question.
Well, besides the fact that you wake up at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and come down to the kitchen and
I don't want to see it done. It's kind of
So how do you know there's a dinosaur in your fridge?
Screeching. Lots of screeching.
Screeching.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of mess.
Yeah.
No, the answer would be the door won't close.
That's a good point. And then I would ask the dinosaur if the light's on, because that always bothers me. Is the light on when you shut the door? I can't figure it out.
The age-old question.
Yeah, I mean, is it on? Is it not?
Is it really on when the door closes? And it just fools you into thinking. So
all right, I want a long stick goal the fourth period. I'm trying to throw it out there. I'm throwing it out. I want to see if it's going to happen.
So we'll see if Eagan can pull that one off, which will be good news. Eagan changes up the defense a little bit.
Ready for the face-off.
I mean, is there a way you can tell Sean he can shoot? Like, I mean, you give him the signal.
I tell Sean to shoot all the time.
All right. Sean's got permission right now.
I don't see him out on the field yet, though.
All right, we're going to see. Maybe he's coming in for an offensive package. You don't know.
Or long stick midi.
Here we go.
So as we get down and set, that's going to be number 14, Reed, taking the face-off. But Shakopee comes out with it, scrambles around right. He's going to get covered by number 28, Thomas. Thomas did a good job checking it free before he gets pushed out of bounds, throws it right over number 14, and then right into the waiting long pole, number 3. And he's going to work it downfield, back up to number 29, get the offensive touch, but does a good job setting the defense so they do not collapse in and try and take a shot. They're going to slow it down.
Thomas on fire. He just came out and said, not on my side.
Not on my watch.
Liked it.
Thou shall not pass with the long pole. So his number 10 is going to work his way down the hash marks, takes a shot wide left on Nick's right side. So that's going to be just a bit outside. So Shakopee's going to be close to the line, get possession. Not really sure. A little bit of confusion with the refs, so they're going to start it out. Pass up to number 17, right just shy of the 20-yard line. He's going to make his move inside, shoots and gets right underneath Nick. Number 17 for Shakopee scoring. Bring the score 7-6 with 11:09 left in this fourth quarter. Number 17 for Shakopee scoring that goal.
It was Owen Scadam.
Owen Scadam for Shakopee scoring. And so now Shakopee's within 1. As we get ready for the next face-off.
See what Caleb can do here. Fans are
so no pressure, it's your son out there.
I know. Fans are imploring.
Mom's yelling. Come on, Caleb, here we go. A little bit of scramble at the bottom, but Shakopee, number 21, comes out for little guy for number 21. And good work by
popped it. Here we go. We got white ball.
Yeah, good work by Thomas again. Pops him free right over Joey Will's head. So Shakopee sees it, pops it forward, gets right past Joey. Number 3, the long pole coming out with again for Shakopee. He's going to work his way downfield, getting the offensive touch, bring it up top. Shakopee doing a good job controlling these last couple face-offs. So pass over to high left side for Nick. Throws it down low. A little bit of scramble. Covering for Liam. Gets a good poke check out there. Liam backs away, but loses the guy down low as he tries to get inside. Goes
Great
a little
save.
bit wide right. Little fight for the ball in the back of the net. So they're going to whistle the ball stopped. And then let's see what the ref has to say. It's going to be Shakopee's ball. So it might have been a little holding on Eagan's part. So Shakopee getting a call their way. It's going to be 10-17 left on the clock. Eagan 7, Shakopee 6. Shakopee takes it up top, right in front of their bench high on Nick's left side. Big pass down the middle. A little bit of scramble and pass right back outside into the backfield. Covers there, gets around his man, gets a shoulder free and gets a high check. And we're going to get a flag thrown on that one. Ref saw that one.
Penalty flag has been thrown.
So looking to see, that was, I don't know who exactly caught that penalty. That's going to be 1-3, Sawyer. Probably for a check after the shot.
Called on the Wildcats, 1 minute personal foul, illegal body check.
Yeah, it's going to be a legal body check, 1 minute personal foul. So Eagan's going to play one man down. Clock is running with 9:50 left on the clock. Shakopee man up advantage. Maybe we can get possession here and score our own short-handed goal.
Be the D stick. Here we go. No, we gotta just hold on.
Fighting through a check, getting out front, and then turning the corner and making a shot. But Nick saw that.
Nick got it. Nice
Good
job.
work, Nick, by blocking that shot. He's going to dump it off to Odin, who goes right over his stick. Odin
Nice
swats it back in bounds, but number 17 comes out with it high on the 4-yard line. He's going to work his way down center, looking for his open man out front. Nick pushes him out. And it is going to be Eagan's ball. They are going to call that a shot on goal, but Liam was in the backfield.
Good hustle to be able to get that.
So we can kill this penalty. Got a couple seconds left. Liam works his way around his guy. He's got some space to work with. Dumps it over. And here we go. Mason Reese's back, but misses the catch. And it goes out of bounds. So good news for Mason. He's back in the game after being hobbled a little bit. Eagan's going to take. There we go. Big pass out way open in the middle. So we have killed this penalty. We are back on even strength. His number 21 works his way down the field. Does a little drop. And Eagan is going to get possession.
Number 21. Possession Wildcats.
So I think he actually kind of stepped in the crease, too, after the shot. So wide open in the center is Sawyer. Sawyer dumps it off right in front of Eagan's bench.
Right there.
So good changeover there. As Eagan's offensive collapse a little bit. Mason's going to get off field. Looks like Odin's limping a little bit. He's going to scramble off field. And then we get another long pull out there. That's going to be 82 for Eagan.
So you got Rowan.
And then right now Eagan's in the backfield, 22. And then over to Bim, up to number 6, I believe. Yep, so that's 6. Over to 2, down to 10. And then low on the left side is Joey Will. Back in the backfield, Lucas. And then over to Bim. Bim misses his pass, but waiting on the sidelines is Gavin, who gobbles it back up uncontested. And then over to number 10. That's Blake. He's going to run downhill, runs into his guy, turns away. First check, second check, makes it through, but the ball pops loose. And ref didn't like that one, so we get possession back.
Possession Wildcats, loose ball push.
Loose ball push is what they're going to call that one. So Blake's going to take it right next to the ref. Down low in the backfield. Little spin move there, works his way around his guy. Number 4 for the defense, keeping a good V hold on him. We're looking for open space out front and a man free. He's going to fight through another check, and that's going to throw a flag. So that's going to be a high hit on the back.
So good having Lucas back. He's just so good possessing that ball, moving it around. So
And Mason.
Yeah, for sure.
On those transitions.
All right, let's see if the Eagan can take advantage of this.
So it's going to be
man
on
up.
Shakopee number 3.
I do not think they've scored on the power play yet.
On
So.
Shakopee, 1 minute personal foul cross check.
That's going to be a
penalty on
cross
number
check by
three,
number 3,
Deere.
1 minute.
Time of the penalty. Fourth quarter.
So we got 7:16 left on the clock. Egan's still up by 1. Need a couple insurance goals here to make sure we can seal the deal. Got about 7 minutes to score, so plenty of time if we can keep possession. Ball gets tipped free, and it's going to be Shakopee's ball.
Shakopee.
I don't know if the ref saw that it was actually off a Shakopee's stick, but Shakopee will take possession in the backfield. Longpole's going to take it up. Gets run right into a double team, but gets right through him. He's going to work his way up, drops it off to number 26, right over the Eagan logo. He's going to come down on Nick's right side, pass it down low. Number 11 works his way towards the backfield. Shakopee's going to kill the penalty. So again, Shakopee doing a good job of killing penalties. And Eagan not being able to capitalize on this. I don't know why we're not pressuring. We should have a stick on them at least. They're going to drop it off. They're just going to let this penalty die, aren't they? So Egan's keeping their distance. I mean, it kind of works to Egan's advantage to run the clock out. We're up by 1, but we are only up by 1, so we don't have a lot of wiggle room. I mean, Shakopee can even this up in less than a minute. So number 10 is going to take it right down the hash marks. Works his way out, waiting right out front. Great job by Nick seeing that high shot with the cutter right out in front of him. He cuts it off, drops it off to Sawyer. Sawyer takes it upfield, right over the top. Is number 22.
Got it coming in.
Right down low. Joey Well does a low shot that misses his target. Goes into the backfield. There's a little bit of fight in the back with Joey coming out with it and working his way around. Looks like
timeout White.
So Coach Matea calls a timeout, our first timeout of the game. We only get 2 per half, but Joey Will's going to start with possession on that one probably. So refs get everything set. We got 5:39 left on the clock. Wildcats 7, Sabers 6. Egan's going to get possession at the start of the clock. They did, Shakopee did do a good job killing the penalty again. So, yeah, not a lot of man advantage shots going on either side.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's been a good defensive play when they're down a man, for sure. Well, it's been kind of it looks like the rain has stopped here.
A little damp out, but the rain has stopped. Overcast, the lights are helping out quite a bit. It's not quite dark yet because we did have an earlier start. So Egan's offense and defense is having a little powwows on the sideline, talking about what the plan is, or maybe Coach Matea is sharing his secret brownie recipe again.
Could be trying to distract the guys a little bit. Don't get them. You don't want to be tense. One goal lead. You don't want to be all worried about it. So
you don't want to overthink it.
No. Brownies or cupcakes kind of get you relaxed.
Cupcakes, or maybe he's asking, "What did you get your mom for Mother's Day?
Yeah,
did you get her something nice?"
It's late. It's late on that. But
all you got your mom was a card. You're going to sit the bench.
Out of the Wildcats.
Could be.
Possession to the Wildcats.
All right, here we go. Possession coming
So
in.
as we start with possession, it's like Joey's going to take it low on the left side. So we got number 12 in the backfield. That's going to be Bo. And on the right side, of course, is always Bim. Up high, number 6 is Gavin. Up high center, that's Blake. And then down low to Bim. Back up top to number 12, Bo. Over to Blake. Back to Gavin. Gavin starts his way downhill, works his way inside, then out of the hash mark. Big sweeping pass that number 4 for the defense sees. Pops it free and gobbles it up. He dumps it off to his goalie. Goalie wings it right over his head, gives him plenty of time to run it down. Number 3, after serving his penalty, makes it upfield. Gets right by the player, makes a big shot. Nick sees it coming,
Oh, Nick throwing himself at that. Don't hurt
Nick
yourself.
sacrificing the body, but not
we need
getting
you
there in time.
Don't sacrifice yourself.
Yeah, you don't want to get hurt.
Eagan getting organized here. We got defenders coming in.
So they're going to get possession in the backfield over to Nick's low right side. And then up top to number 17. And top left side. 4:40 left on the clock. Covered by Mason. Mason guarding number 10. He takes a shot and scores. Squirts it right down low for Nick. Not able to see that shot coming. A lot of traffic out in front of him. So Shakopee tying it up. Scores now 7-7. 4:33 left on the clock. Well, I said it. It's going to be a close game, and here we are.
For sure, for sure. Well, Egan's been here before, so let's see what we can do.
So, unfortunately, this game could well end in a tie. We don't have overtime in the regular season. So, a lot of cheering from the parents, egging our boys on. Shakopee parents egging their boys on. Number 14, Reed takes it out. Good job by Reed, gobbling it up. But he's got a little bit of pursuit behind him. He gets across the 50-yard line. He's going to try and take it in the offensive zone on his own.
Nice
Little
work,
beat
Reed.
up. Good work by Reed. Gets the touch. So now we reset, bring on our shooters. So over to Blake. Blake goes a little stutter step, beats this guy right out front, gets right past the second guy, shoots low, but the goalie sees it and drops it right in front of him. So good shot by Blake, but goalie saw it. So goalie's gonna trot upfield, dump it off to number 4. And then he's gonna open man downfield, throws it up and over his head. But they're gonna make a scramble towards the sideline, a little bit of fight. And hopefully Odin kind of caused that one. The ball went out of bounds, unfortunately, so Shakopee's going to get possession right in the Eagan zone. So play whistle back on, 3:34 left on the clock. Shakopee has possession. So a good stop by Nick. This could turn around for us real quick. And then back up on the high left side for Nick is number 15. He's going to come downhill, runs right into a defender, and then pops free. Number 17 waiting down low is takes a shot but goes wide left. Shakopee's going to maintain possession. His guy was closer to the line. They're going to start out quick and get it back up top to number 10. He retreats a couple steps and then takes a look. He's going to run right down the inside of the hash mark. Drop his shoulder to look to take a shot, but doesn't. Drop it off to number 15. The pair of them on the high side. So 17 is going to take it down the hash mark. Little foot drag, trying to draw his defender right out in front of the net, and Shakopee comes out ahead on this one.
Just moving the ball well and in the right spot. I mean, it's a really tough place to put the goalie in.
So they had a guy on the inside waiting and ready, and we didn't have a stick out there. So Shakopee's now in the lead for the first time in the game, 8-7, 2:41 left on the clock.
Gavin Wire.
Reed's going to come out and take the face off, try and even this out. Parents are getting a lot louder now. So let's go Reed. Let's see what we can do with the ball here. Down set. Ball's in play. Reed gets the clamp, but doesn't get the possession. Shakopee tries to come out with it. Shakopee does come out with possession. Looks like somebody on the Eagan release zone got free early and went before they called possession. So Shakopee gets possession on that one. Rolls it right out in front of their bench. He's going to pick it up. Starting on a high side.
He's got to move with a little urgency here.
So over to number 26 and a little skip pass. Gets free and bounces and picked up by Thomas Jamison.
Long stick goal. Let's go.
He's going to run downhill. Yeah, here he comes and pass out front to Joey Will. Joey Will tries to pick up the bounce shot. doesn't get a hold of it, so there's a fight right out in front. Tried to sweep it in, but the goalie saw that, picked it up, and dumps it off quickly. And they're going to get across the line pretty quick. Defense scrambles to get possession set. He's going to take a sweeping shot. And that's going to be Shakopee's possession. 1:47 left on the clock. Time's ticking away. They are up by 1. Sawyer's going to take out his man in the backfield. Little whistle play. Looks like a timeout by Shakopee. 1:43 left on the clock.
Timeout taken by Shakopee. Second and final timeout of the
So
second
this is
half for the
Shakopee's
Sabres.
final timeout of this half. Eagan down by 1. So you got to double the ball, get possession, get downfield quick.
Yeah, I think so. I think the message is that we have to score. So it's, but running low on time.
So we're only down by 1. We could tie this up in literally 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Couple of good passes, good open play.
Things can happen fast in lacrosse, that is for sure.
Oh, there's a reason why they call this the fastest sport on 2 feet. So I would even say that, for the most part, it's a little bit faster than hockey.
Yeah, I can see that.
So Coach has a little conversation with the boys. Shakopee's still in their huddle, trying to come up with a plan to how to get a little bit of wiggle room as Eagan comes up with a plan for shutting this down. So Shakopee's going to break up their huddle in front of their bench, get their players in position.
Coming out of the Shakopee timeout, possession.
They're going to start with the ball on Nick's left side low, I think. No, they're going to start on Nick's right side low. Little confusion there with the refs and the players.
And we can't pull the goalie in this. We can't get a man up on that.
Well, I mean, Nick can come out and cover somebody, but no, he does not go to the sideline and we get another short sticker out there or anything.
I'm just trying
not like hockey.
Trying to think out of the box. I'm trying to think out of the box, Wes.
So I don't know if you watch a lot of college lacrosse, but in situations like this, they come out with the ball. We get possession, and they're going to drop it off to Nick. 1:33 left on the clock. Nick scrambles around the outside, looking for an open man. Timeout, Eagan. Yeah, it's going to be timeout, Eagan. Mason's a little hobbled on the sideline, so he's going to walk right off the field. And Mason may have pulled a muscle in his leg again, or excuse me, being injured the second time. Mason's going to get the Band-Aid award today.
I would say. Let's go here.
Monopolizing the trainer's time.
For the injured player. Play resumes.
So it's just a player injury timeout. So Egan's going to get possession. Over to Odin, who's waiting up top center. He's going to drop it all the way down to Joey Will, who's going to start in towards the goal, just outside the hash marks. A little bit of pass over to Blake, or excuse me, that's Lucas. And he's going to take it into the backfield. Egan's going to work their way in and out of the center. Back to Lucas.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter. 1 minute.
Shakopee's doing a good job just playing the defense. Yeah. So a lot of bodies that could work to our advantage, too. Little back and forth. Over to Bim. Bim's inside. Little pass. He gets possession, but gets his stick knocked free and gets pummeled with a flurry of sticks.
Timeout taken by Eagan Wildcats.
Got to be Egan's timeout, which means we have possession. Good news, 42 seconds left on the clock. Eagan down by 1, 7-8. So score, tie up the game, get a face-off. Fogo comes downhill and drops one with less than a millisecond left on the clock.
I would take it. I'd take it.
So get your money out right now. Put it on the table. Let's see who wins.
Would it be a long stick, Fogo?
Oh! We're going for the big numbers here.
We still want the long stick goal. We're working towards that.
So long stick, face off, downhill, big sweeping shot right past the goalie.
Got to get the first goal first.
Yes, we got to get this possession goal.
Well, it did, as we predicted. It's gonna be a close one, and it's been a fun game to watch.
This definitely is a good game. I kind of ranked this up there with the Prior Lake game. Shakopee, of course, placed higher than us, having less wins, but their goals, 4 goals against average, is a little bit closer for Shakopee, where we had a couple blowouts, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We've got some tough teams in our district and in our area, so we got to play number 1 Farmington and number 4 Rosemont, who basically used us for a punching bag in both of those games.
Yeah, but you get to see that, and hopefully you learn from it, and it makes you better for the next game. So
it looks like we're going to start out with the ball. Bim's going to start out with the ball on the low right side. Pass over to Blake up high, down to Joey Will, into the backfield. And then number 22 is going to take a couple double stacks. Lucas, little pass outside, but Joey comes in with it. Joey's going to start downhill, try and get a shoulder free, takes a shot, and it bounces free, gets right out. And then we get the rebound back, tries to pass it up high. We got 17 seconds left on the clock as Blake retreats. He's going to come downhill. And a couple seconds, 10. We listen, and a good shot and score! Joey Will ties the game. Number 19.
Huge goal.
8-8, 6 seconds left on the clock. I think I'm going to win some money.
It could happen. All right, here we go.
So we still got time for a face-off. So great job by Joey Will, scoring his 5th goal of the game. Is that right?
That is number 5.
It's number 5 for Joey, racking up the numbers, getting the clutch shot.
All right, here we go.
8-8, 6 seconds left on the clock. We're getting excited up here now.
It's not a long stick, it's Reed. But I think Reed's a better choice, to be honest, as far as winning this.
You never know.
All right, here we go, Reed.
Reed's going to take the face-off, facing off against number 21 for Shakopee. A lot of cheering going on. Reed gets a clamp but loses possession. Number 21 scoops it up. A flurry of sticks trying to pop it free. Clock ends. Scores 8-8, tying up the game.
6 seconds remaining, 4th quarter. It is the end of the 4th quarter, the end of regulation time. The score.
I guess we are going to get overtime.
Wildcats 8, the Shakopee Sabers 8. This game will go to overtime.
So we will go into overtime. I was incorrect. It's been a while since we've had an overtime game. So
well, the exciting thing for you watching online is this is free. We don't charge extra for overtime, so
no,
it's bonus time.
And the other thing is no more of the same commercial you've been watching over and over and over. So no commercials here.
No.
Yeah. All you get is dad jokes. The only downside of this.
Yeah, I feel like we should have had an overtime segment planned, what we do traditionally for overtime. So
it looks like they're going to get a face-off with the captains. It's going to be Mr. Comer is our representative captain. So shake hands. Looks like Egan's going to be on the right side, working right to left. So we're going to take our bench side.
John, are there any special rules for overtime?
I believe it's just sudden death. So first to score, we got 4 minutes for this 5th period. Each team gets 1 timeout. So it's going to be sudden death overtime. It's going to essentially get decided by the face-off. No pressure on Reed or Caleb. No pressure.
The overtime period is 4 minutes. First team to score.
So it looks like Reed, number 14, is going to take it up top. Egan's going to be working right to left. So as the parents get all psyched up and try and get the boys worked up, Egan's defense gets set.
With the face-off.
And I think that's a good side. I think it's slightly downhill for us, for Egan.
Right, yeah, the tilt of the field.
Yeah. So
I bet you if you look closely, that ball is slowly creeping towards Shakopee's
net. Got to do a fast face-off.
So Reed gets the clamp, comes out with it. Good work by Reed. Gets the ball free, comes downhill.
Right,
he's looking for a man out front. Bim shoots it across the front and then shoots it in. And scores! A little bit of confusion out front. Egan comes out 9-8 with 15 seconds on that play as Egan's bench clears running downhill.
Wow, what a game.
So I didn't see exactly who scored. lot of congratulations from the boys.
Conference game in overtime. The Eagan Wildcats 9, the Shakopee Sabers.
So great win by Eagan. Coming out, good hard fight. Shakopee having a couple of goals scored there in the end. They had the momentum, but Eagan ties it up and then manages to put another nail in that one and finish them off.
What a fun finish to the game. So
This was a great game to watch. If you missed it, you're just going to have to watch the replay with the rest of us.
I got to watch that replay and see what happened. I know it went in, but it was quite a dramatic finish. So
Yeah, some good passing out front, confusing the goalie and confusing the announcers.
So what do we got? What's next? What do we got
So
next for these
next
guys?
up is next week we've got Apple Valley Eastview. It is going to be our last game of the season. Unfortunately, it's going to be a road game.
Ah, man.
So we are going to be at Eastview next week on Tuesday. Feel free to come out to Eastview and cheer on your Wildcats. And let's see if we can do a little damage here.
Well, John, on behalf of the Wildcat fans, just thank you for all your work behind the mic this year. So a lot of fun having you call these games. And I know as I travel for work, love being able to watch Eagan Lacrosse wherever I'm at.
So not only are you a contributor, you're a beneficiary to this program.
Amen.
So I want to thank all our fans over the season, some of the grandparents giving us a lot of attaboys that are watching from far away. Coach Matea even says he had a friend in Utah watching the game the other day and had a lot of good things to say about the broadcasting here. And I want to thank Scott for stepping in and filling out this year. Maybe you'll get Scott 9 next year.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Maybe. So again, Eagan scoring 9, Shakopee Sabers 8, 15-second, fifth period, ending this game and bringing Eagan another win. So congratulations and have a great evening.